This is Joyce Tice at the Museum of Us. It's the 16th of March, 2019, the 50th anniversary of the Mansfield High School State Basketball Championship. And we're with Gary Slater and Rick Hill, and they're going to tell it. They were team members. They're part of this championship team. These are champions here. And and they're going to reminisce about that wonderful year in their life 50 years ago. So where do you want to start?
Well, yesterday we spent the afternoon at Mansfield High School, well, North Penn Mansfield High School, and it was really a treat for, I think, all of us that were there. Some of the cheerleaders joined us, and some of the one of the managers who broadcast the game. You should interview him too.
Mike.
Yeah, but Steve McCloskey introduced us over there and really brought home the effect that we had on the community. And what I was going to say earlier is that what I really enjoyed was it helped Rick recall something really amazing. And you want to share that?
Oh, yeah, he was explaining, excuse the voice, he was explaining that the actual parade started about 40 miles south of Mansfield. And one of my memories...
This was your welcome home parade.
Yeah.
Okay.
After the win. It was Saturday after our win. And as we started coming up Route 15, which was 2-lane at that time, and we were coming through, one of my memories was that as we approached Liberty, there were people out cheering for us. As we got to Blossburg, there were people out cheering for us. And they were two of our opponents throughout the year, you know, hard-fought battles with them. But to me, it was really appreciative that they also recognized our accomplishment. And I think we all felt that not only had we won it for Mansfield, but for the whole county. This was a recognition of Tioga County as well as Mansfield. So when we got into town, there were 4,000 people in the square waiting for us, and it was an experience. It was, you know, really fun, and we appreciated the outreach of the community.
Well, and it was an exciting year all around.
Yeah.
I mean, leading up to it, you started out, what were your expectations at the beginning of the season? Just another year or something special?
Well, I think the year before we'd had a special team as well. And our senior year, I think the expectation was we'll go far, but I don't know if any of us thought we'd quite go to the States. We wanted to. And so most of the starting 5 were juniors and sophomores. Well, all of them were juniors and sophomores. So I think there was a little bit of rebuilding or not as high of an expectation. But I think the fact that they had seniors on the team that could step in pretty well, I think, for if someone got sick or hurt. And I think we built on our confidence as the year went on. So I think it was interesting because we played Athens in the first game and didn't do real well. We beat them, but not by a whole lot. And each game, that increment of winning got bigger and bigger. And when we beat Fraser in the States, I think we won by 26 or something. You know, a lot of points. So I think we built as the team went on, you know, as the year went on, a confidence and started to feel like, well, maybe we can do this. So, yeah.
Our fortunes pretty much went along with Mr. McMillan.
Yeah.
And he was a junior when we won the title. And the expectation was that when he was a senior, it would be better yet. It turned out that they didn't win the next year. They got close. But that just made our experience even more special.
Yeah.
And like I tried to express to the young people yesterday at the high school was the best part about the whole thing was that we were in it together. And that we'll always be together in that way, and that's something special.
Well, it's it's something you remember your whole life, and it gives you an identity. I was on a championship team. Whether you brag about it or not, it's real bragging rights.
I think as we approached the 50th, for me, the sadness came in that we've lost a couple members, have passed away, and all of our coaches and adults who kind of guided us have all passed away, and that's disappointing.
Yeah,
sad.
well, Rich Miller just missed it by months.
Yeah.
I have a video upstairs that I did with him in 2011. Not talking about the team, but, you can get to see him vicariously.
Yeah.
But, well, tell us about some of your team members who died.
Terry Stickler was a guard, very good ball handler, good shooter, and he passed away in 2008, I think. Good ball player. Another one was Ron Schombacher, who was a junior that year, and I know played the next year as well, and Ron was part of our bench substitutes. And so those were sad, and then we've lost two of the team managers, John Fair and Bruce Houston, and that's, they were our classmates as well. So
sure,
that was hard. But
so many different personalities all wrapped up in this experience.
Yeah,
Terry especially was just a gem. He was one of these nearly insane.
Yeah.
Funny, comical guys. We have story after story featuring his antics.
Do you?
Yeah.
We want to tell us some? I mean, the ones that you can tell on tape?
Well, if you look at, I think you have a poster with us on the card.
Right.
If you look at Terry, he's in a trench coat, which was back then kind of debonair, and his actions were such. So, and that was Terry. That was really Terry. So
one of the memories I have of him was actually from the season before. Four of us we got to travel a lot.
Sure.
With Tom McMillan, we got to have a lot of meals out, and we actually got quite good manners out.
Yeah.
I remember we were sitting. It was after the meal, and the waitress came and asked us for desserts, and this is going to be embarrassing. But one of the guys asked for a huge piece of pie. The next player that came to said, I would like a Titanic piece of pie. And so it built up from there. Terry was the last one. And we had used up almost all the big words for big. But and only the way that he can, I'm going to do a poor impression of him.
Okay.
He said, I'll have a gargantuan piece of pie. But that was typical of him. And I'm really sad he's not here to lend his energy to this.
Yeah.
And you were just kids, high-energy kids having an adventure.
Yeah. Yeah. And we were fortunate because we got to play in some excellent tournaments against teams like Power Memorial out of New York City. We played Norristown, New Jersey, which was a powerhouse. We were really fortunate to have experienced that.
Yeah, exposure that people, a team from Mansfield would not ordinarily get.
Well, we lost 2 games to Elmira Free Academy.
Oh, yeah?
In our own backyard. They pinned a couple on us. But
I bet they're proud to this day.
Rick's right. The quality of the opponents we faced really helped us down the stretch and helped us get where we wanted to go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was interesting. We were, at that time, you had A, B, and C schools, C being the smallest, which Mansfield should have been. And, but Rich, and I guess other staff, decided we want to play B-ball, go against the bigger schools. So that left someone else in the county and district to be C, which I always thought was great because as we progressed, and we were going to, with the quality team we had, someone else in the county got to play C-ball and go to districts and go to counties, and, the other competition. So
Sure.
that was good.
Yeah, they had a chance at a championship.
Yeah, yeah.
So how does it feel to come back to Mansfield after 50 years? You don't live too far away, Gary. Where do you live?
I live in southern Pennsylvania,
Okay.
down around York.
Okay. Okay. How does it feel to come back to Mansfield and see yourselves, the signs out there saying champions again?
It's awesome.
Yeah, it
And
is.
to see the other people that are here representing those times, it's been really fun to reconnect with them.
Yeah, yeah, because a lot of them were juniors our senior year. And so after we graduated, we didn't see them at reunions or anything, very seldom,
Right.
so it was great. But I always, when people ask me where I'm from, I say Mansfield, because this town, even though I've been gone for 50 years, has always been my home. You know, I say, I'm from Mansfield, but now I live in, you know.
Oh, that's great. I mean, people come in here, and so many people tell me how they value this as a
Yeah.
starting point and as a developing point in their lives.
Yeah, this is a great community. I think we had a great high school. So,
Good. Well, any parting words?
no, we appreciate
Said-
the history.
We're glad
Center
we're
for
here.
doing it. Yeah,
Okay. Thank you
you.
for coming in.
You're welcome.